Hey guys, welcome back. I'm playing a new game that hasn't really been on my channel ever at all, but I've been playing this game a lot lately, and I thought I would share some good tips and tricks for this game that I found out. I'm playing this on the Xbox 360, and in this episode I'm going to show you guys how to rob a bank stealthy. This goes for Firestarter Day 3. This goes for a bank heist with gold, a deposit box, cash. It doesn't matter. You could use all these tricks the same way. There's just a few things that you're going to want if you're going to do this. This works solo, which is what I'm going to be doing. So you don't need people, but having people is always helpful as long as you all are communicating and you know what you're supposed to be doing. So some of the skills you're going to want to have are the Dominator skill. It doesn't need to be aced, you just need to put 1 point into it. And another helpful skill would be the Smooth Talker for the pagers, just in case you have to kill the guards. And you're also going to want extra zip ties. Those are the only ones that you're going to be required to have. If you want to go the extra mile, you might want to have the sensor mode on trip mines, or just use an ECM jammer. If they last longer, that's more helpful, but you don't need that. You could just use a normal plain ECM jammer. Okay, one thing I forgot to mention, another skill that you'd probably want to have, probably necessary skill to have, would be the body bagging skill, where you can pick up the corpses, because that's going to be useful, especially if the vault is in the front of the bank, because you're going to have to kill like 2 civilians and maybe some guards. So that skill necessary. You don't need any of these assets. You will want silenced weapons, your 2-piece suit, and if you do have the ECM jammer, I would recommend getting the cameras. But if you have the trip mines with the sensor mode on them, you don't need the cameras. So I use that just to save a little bit of money, even though it's not really an issue. It's just trying to be a little bit efficient, and I don't like to be dependent on the cameras. So let's just go like this. It's a gold heist, so it's going to be heavy stuff. Hopefully there's a lot of bags though. Okay, we started in what's, in my opinion, the best start, is when we're in the back of the bank over here. Easiest escape route. Now, you're going to need to find the vault. It's either in the front of the bank or the back. So we could just look through the windows. We could already see the vault is in the back. So this whole heist is going to be a lot easier. I will show you how to rob the front of the bank when the vault is in the front, and I'm going to show you when it's in the back, which is right now. So for this one, it's basically the same steps no matter what, but there's going to be extra steps when it's in the front. So we could see this guy coming towards us. We don't want him around just because he might see something while he's walking by, so we're just going to wait for him right here. And he will get seen by people since he's on the side of the road, so the people who are walking by, unfortunately, have to get murdered. Not a big deal, it's only $8,000. You're going to get plenty more from that with the gold. Let's just hide him in front of the van. I don't think anybody will see him right here. Yeah, probably not. So he's good right there. You don't need planks, but I like to just keep a pair, just in case. You can never have too many planks. You could actually only have 1 set of planks, but still. Okay, so this door is open. So you're going to want to put a sensor over here if you're going to be looking for people. The bank manager's already coming out here. We don't want to waste any zip ties on him either, so we're going to also eliminate him. You don't have to kill him if he's on the roof, because you could defend that area easily, but people walk by and the guards come outside, and if they see anybody who's zip tied, they freak out. So just keep that in mind if you don't like killing the civilians. We got lucky because he has the key card, but we don't need to go into that security room. It's not necessary. We could skip over that little detail, especially if it's not right here. Okay, so the security room is sometimes right here, but in this case it's on the opposite side of the bank. We don't need to go in there. It's perfectly fine. We could just skip that. But we're going to go over there anyway because we need to case this whole place, and we need to find out all the possible exits that these guards are going to be coming through. Okay, so this door is open and there is a camera. For cameras, you only melee them. Don't shoot them. It's a really weird situation. Sometimes you can shoot them and it's fine, but sometimes Most of the time, in my past experiences, if you shoot the camera, even with a silenced weapon, they hear it, they freak out, alarm goes off. It's all bad. So just melee, super simple. Now we're just gonna have to keep an eye out for guards. Because this is not fire starter, we can throw the drill at the vault right now and nobody will care. So that's what we're gonna do, just so it's not an issue for us. We're just gonna keep right there. I'm gonna put a sensor right at that doorway so I know if anybody comes out of there and if they go onto the roof or not. There's no camera up here, so we can peek out here, and there is a guard up here, so we're going to tell him to get on the ground. If he looks at me, sir, I'm gonna have to ask you to step out of the vehicle. Thank you, sir. Keep in mind the hostage count in the top right corner is a good indicator for how many guards you have down. There's going to be 3 guards and there's going to be 1 bank manager that are going to be walking around, plus the 2 civilians. So at most you could have 6 hostages, but I would recommend just having the 3 cops because they don't get alerted when the cops are handcuffed for some reason. I know on the PC version they do, but we're on the 360 as I've said, so it's not a problem for us. We still get to abuse all of the handcuffs in the world. Okay, so we're just still looking around for these guards. This is slightly a waiting game, so try not to get too impatient with it. You're going to want to find any possible area where the guards could come out, so this is another one. Just creep under this camera because it's not looking at the door. Here's one of the guards. Tell him to get on the ground. And now there's only one more we have to worry about. This is where the cameras could come in handy just in case you don't really know where he is. I'm going to put a sensor right here, so if he walks out here, we'll know. But in the meantime, I'm just going to skip to whenever I find him so you guys aren't watching all this waiting, and I'll bring you guys back in. Okay, we have the last guard in sight. He's right here. This spot, you could just stand in this doorway, make sure he looks at you. Standing up makes him get alerted faster, so this works. Just tell him to get his hands up. Alright, so that's all the guards. Now, there's nobody else walking around because we also killed the bank manager. 3 guards are down. Now we just have to worry about everybody in the bank. Now, because the vault is right here, we're going to first want to eliminate anybody who's in this room. And when I say eliminate, I do not mean murder everybody, so chill. I just mean zip tie. So first, we have to keep an eye out for cameras. So what I like to do is creep over to this room. There's a camera right here sometimes there's not. But there is right now, so we just want to look how many people are here. There's 2 people sitting right here, so what we're going to want to do, don't shoot the camera, just walk up to it, punch it, and then turn around and tell them to get on the ground. There could be 3 people there, there could be no people there, which is really lucky sometimes. Most of the time, there's going to be somebody there though. So just walk over, stand up, melee, turn around, and just scream at them. They'll get down, just gotta, spam it a little bit. On the ground, lady. Oh, this guy saw it too. Okay. That doesn't always happen, but it happened right now. Okay, so that was a little dumb luck right there that just happened. Because these guys I normally take down in little sections. So normally this guy, he came out way over here, so that's why he saw him. But normally they just stick around this little area. So what you would do is you'd zip tie these people. Sometimes there's 3. So you'd zip tie them all, then you come over here, and there's there's this dude. He's just chilling with his feet up, enjoying his day. We're going to watch him tuck and roll. Okay. Now that he's done tucking and rolling in that order, we're going to tell him to get on the ground again. Zip tie. And there's sometimes a camera on this wall. We got lucky, like I said, that the camera wasn't looking that way, and there wasn't even a camera here in general. But this camera could be looking straight this way, or it could be looking towards these people over there. If it's looking this way, we'll just go around the other way. But if it's looking the other way, then you just come around. Go whatever way the camera's not looking. And then zip tie this guy, and then go up and break it, and then tell these people to get down. Sometimes it varies, If you've played this game, that nothing is ever exactly the same. Okay, so now this whole room is neutralized. Nobody's here. Nobody can freak out. Because the vault is back here, it's just the right distance to where nobody can hear it. So if it's in the back, this is why I said it's easier. You could just set up the drill now, and it's going to be perfectly fine. Nobody's going to get alerted. You just have to wait for it to open and then steal all your goodies. I also noticed that there is a vault in here. I have the silent drilling thing, so I'm just going to slap one on here. I'm pretty sure it is a safe distance to where you could put a drill on there no matter what, and nobody's going to hear it. So you're fine. So you're just going to wait for that drill, and be perfectly fine. And then once it's open, you take everything and go out this door, go whatever way you want to the van, and you're going to be perfectly fine. So that's how you rob it stealthy, solo, when it's in the back. That stupid drill already. And that's how you rob it stealthy when the vault is in the back. So I'll bring you guys back in for another bank heist when the vault is in the front. I'm going to show you what you have to do extra to do it stealthy over there. Okay, so be right back. Okay, we have a vault in the front of the bank now. I'm also using ECM jammers just so I can show you both ways using ECM jammers and trip mines. You're going to want to eliminate the people that wander outside the bank, because if they see any suspicious activity inside, they'll still call the police. So we're going to eliminate this guy who's walking around, and then we're going to want to keep an eye out for anyone else. There's usually one, maybe another person, and then there's also a guy that's sitting on the bench over there. He goes and takes a seat later, and we're going to eliminate him. We also need to eliminate all the cameras, all the guards, bank manager. It's just like a lot of extra steps, but it's all necessary if you're doing this stealthy, especially by yourself. A lot easier not a lot easier by yourself. A lot easier with other people, because you could have more trip mines, cameras. If you get the camera feed, somebody like always looking through them. If you're alone, it's a little bit more difficult to keep searching the cameras and going back and forth, so I usually don't get them. Okay, this door's not open, and there's no camera. Oh, there's a guy right here. Hello, sir. I need you. Come with me, if you want to live. Irony, because he's dead. Okay, so let's just hide him behind a car so nobody else sees him. I don't think any guards will open those doors, so we should be good. But sometimes if those doors are open, they like to wander this whole parking lot, and I've gotten detected because they saw a body that was in a spot that should not have been spotted. But yeah, doors are closed, we don't have to worry about that. We do, however, have to worry about cameras like these right here. Don't get detected by those, just melee them like I said. Super stealthy, and we want to put this drill somewhere. We'll figure out a place for it. For now, it could just sit on our back comfortably. Bank manager possibly coming our way. Whoa, this guy was behind us. That was lucky. Okay, did I see another guy in there? No. Alright, there's some people. Okay, he's coming back. Oh, and he's coming through here? Maybe? Possibly? You're not the bank manager. Okay, so that's 2 guards, 1 more to go. And that bank manager, where did he go? I think he went to his office. Oh, okay, or not. He's right there. And we got him walking around, and we got one other guy walking around. And I think the guy that I meleeed outside the bank, that second guy, I think he was normally the person who sits on the bench, so that's just one extra step we don't have to worry about. Okay, so let's go put this drill up just so we're able to sprint if we need to. I'm not saying that we have to. And actually, let's just check if there's somebody on this bench. No, but there is a camera. And we could also just look across the street. Anybody? Anybody? Not really. Okay. So I'm going to leave this drill also by this body, because I'm not ready to pick that lock yet. Like I said, when you pick the locks, the guards will start going out the door and we don't want them to start wandering. Oh, hello. Forgot about you. Was that door open this whole time? Or did he actually open that? Because if then my theory is flawed if he just opened that door. Sir? I was picking up some planks. I mean, he was going to die anyway, let's be honest. Okay, so we got 3 guards on the ground, 2 civilians, and the bank manager. The next thing we have to do is the cameras, but we need the key card to see all the cameras for sure. So what we're going to want to do is get the key card out of the boss's office. So we have these guys here. There's no camera, so we could just yell at these guys. There's 3 of them. Okay. Scream at them all. They should be fine. On the ground, on the ground. Zip tie, and zip tie. We have 7 zip ties left. Got to keep that in mind. The count is very important. Okay, so there's a camera over there looking towards the front. Get some money. And that'll help pay for some civilian casualties. Alright, there's nobody over here except for that camera. So what we're going to do is just break this camera now so it's not an issue later. Alright, so that is... How many cameras have we broken? 2? Yeah, I think we've only broken 2. And we know for a fact that there's one more outside. So what we're going to want to do is pick that lock on this other door, since that's where the security door is. We're going to want to get in there, cycle through the cameras, and just make sure that all the cameras are broken. Which we know that they're not, and it's also going to tell us where the cameras that are still up are located, so we can go break those. The reason you want to break the cameras is because anybody that we kill, they get detected by the cameras instantly and the alarm goes off really quick. So we have to break those very fast. Okay, keep in mind there's a camera right here sometimes. In this case there is. That person might notice this camera. It makes me a little nervous. Maybe not though. Freak out? You freak out? No? Okay. Use this key card, get in here, talk to this guy. We want him on the ground as well, as many hostages as possible. Anybody freaking out? Nope, we're good. Okay, so now we can cycle through the cameras. We got this one out front. Okay. And then we have this teller one. Okay. So let's go outside and break the other one first, and then we'll worry about the teller camera. The teller one is the most difficult, and that's the main reason why I bring an ECM jammer. Because you have to go in that office, and they like to sprint for that panic button. So we don't want them to do that. Alright, let's make sure nobody's walking by. Land on this car. Okay. Is that somebody? Nope, I am seeing things. Hello, headlights. Okay, you see the camera right there. I'm not gonna shoot it. I'm not gonna risk them hearing it. Just gonna keep an eye out for any pedestrians. Anyone? Anyone? No. I just see Chains and Hoxton, which is good. So now we're just gonna creep up through here. Nobody is in the window area, hopefully. Alright. Just slide up casually. Hug the wall. Alright, and then go back the way we came. Oh, somebody almost saw me. Okay, so now we have to worry about the teller office. That is one of the most difficult cameras because you can't melee it. Well, you can, but at that rapid speed area, you're just going to want to shoot it because everybody's going to start freaking out anyway. So it's good to just, yeah, smash it with bullets. Okay, so let's just get a good estimate of how many people are here. There's the chick in the back, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, not counting the tellers. And then 6 right there, the guy. Okay, so there's 6 people, and we have 7 zip ties, so we should be fine. But let's just look over here, because the camera didn't reach all the way over. Okay, no, it's fine. Alright, so another thing you have to look at is where the camera is. Try to imagine exactly where that camera is located just from the view that you have. It's in this top corner behind them on their right side. So this door is open, so that's cool. So we're going to get in right there and then shoot it immediately. Then we're going to shoot the tellers, and then we're going to run out and we're going to tell everybody to get on the ground. And to be safe, we're going to use an ECM jammer right before we go in. It's like a rapid fire, like you just have to know all the things you're doing at once. It's kind of overwhelming, but you just have to know the camera is going to be right up against this wall. So we're going to put this down. Shoot that. People, my terrible aim, I know, ignore that. Everybody on the ground. Everybody on the ground. Get them all, get them all. ECM jammer's going to stop them from calling the cops anyway. Alright, get them all. Get them all. Spam it a little bit just so nobody tries to get up. ECM jammer is still doing justice. And we have one zip tie left, so we know that we got them all. Right, 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 right. And if we go back over here into the camera feed, you'll see all the cameras are broken, so the cameras can't detect anything. So now all you have to do, throw the drill over here, set it up, and that's all you gotta do. Now you just have to wait for it to open and steal all your goodies. And that's how you rob the bank with the vault in the front. A lot of extra steps. And this is also necessary if you want to open the deposit boxes with a saw, because no matter where the vault is, the saw is really loud, so anybody can hear it. So even if the vault's in the back, you're going to want to secure the whole bank. So just do exactly what I just did. I didn't have to shoot my primary weapon, so you could bring a saw. Like if I had a saw, it would have been fine because I only used my secondary weapon. And then once everybody's tied down, you go in there, use your saw. You don't have to worry about anybody. All the cameras are broken. It's perfectly fine. And then that's extra cash for you. And some extra cash just so I know there's some money in here. Take some money. And if you want to be very cleanly about it, if that's the right word I want to use, you could bag up these guys too, just so you don't have to look at them. Alright, so there's no dead bodies around. And we have 13 hostages, pretty good. We only had to kill 3 civilians. Sure, I could have done that with only killing 2 of them, because I have 1 extra zip tie. Or if you had more people, you wouldn't have to kill anyone, in theory, if you did it correctly. But yeah, this is how you do it solo. This is how I do it solo, I should say. There's probably plenty of other ways to do it, but if you want to do it this way, go for it. It's the way I like to do it, and I figured it out all by my lonesome. Pretty proud of it. So yeah, thank you for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and have fun robbing banks.